Hello! I'm going to rant about Harry Potter houses. Yes, I am back after a few weeks of not uploading rants, but I have uploaded other things, of course, but not rants. But here I am again, ranting about whatever I want. But yeah, I wanted to rant about Harry Potter houses because there seems to be this thing where people do the test and they always get the same result for a house, and that is not my thing. I've done the Pottermore, or is it just called the Wizarding World now? I don't remember. Anyways, this test now 3 times, and I got the 3 different houses. And you might wonder, what? Yeah, I wonder that too. I mean, I get it. I see a little bit of me in all the houses, as I'm sure everyone does. I did it like a few years back. I did the test twice on 2 different accounts, of course. And I got Hufflepuff and Slytherin, which was like, what? They're so opposite. And then I remember doing the Patronus thing. And then I got the Adder, I think it was. It's a snake. And then I did it on the other one. And then I got a Runespore, which is a 3-headed snake. I was like, I'm not vibing with this, not at all. Although if I were to, decide for myself, I'd totally be like have a spider as my Patronus, but that's because I like spiders. A wolf or a pig, or a bear, I don't know. Anyways, so then I did it again a few years later, like just recently, and then I got Gryffindor, so I am entirely confused. I can also, and you might wonder, like, oh, you like Harry Potter a lot, do you have any, like, merch? And what merch did you buy from what house? I bought Ravenclaw, because I don't make sense. Yes, no, but mainly because, like, this I just bought recently. But also, the fact that you get the jacket that actually has, a Ravenclaw person on it is great. Chu Chang, yes, woo! Because she's a seeker, I believe. And no one ever talks about that, but yeah, she matters too. This is my favorite type of, what is it called, like college or varsity? Like this is like, I love this design of jacket. I'm a hoodie person in general, sweatshirt person in general, but this is like my favorite design of jacket. Like this one is similar to it, although has a zipper, but like it's actually from the university I work at, and I also graduated from Lund University here in south of Sweden. Yeah, I live in Lund. And then I also have this one. I had it for a few years because it was the best design. Also, this blue that they usually go with, it really fits me. It has this warm red blue tone, and the more purple blue tone doesn't fit me at all. I don't generally me as a person, I can't generally handle like colder. When the color is too cold, I go too pale, so I need a bit warmer color. So when it comes to like this blue, which is a bit warmer reddish tone, it fits me better. Like the worst color I think is this blue lilac color, which makes me look like a ghost, which is not the greatest thing, no. One of the reasons probably why warmer colors, at least a little bit warmer colors, like too cold colors doesn't fit on me, is probably because I have green eyes. It depends on your hair color, skin color, eye color, all of that. So it's a bit different, yeah. Anyways, back to talking about Harry Potter houses. So in short, I did Times Magazine's test too, I remember back in the day, and it was supposed to be so accurate and blah blah blah, and I got Gryffindor. So I'm guessing since I've gotten Gryffindor the most, I might be Gryffindor, but I don't, to be honest, I don't like this putting people in boxes kind of thing, because I think we have a little bit of everything. Also the whole choosing the house when you're 11, how much do you know about yourself when you're 11? And why would you want to be put in a house where everyone is just like you? I don't know, I feel like that would stunt my growth as a person, to just be surrounded by yes people, pretty much, who think like you, who walk like you, who talk like you. I mean, if it were today, when I would be 11 and sitting up there being chosen, I would be terrified for my life, and I wouldn't argue at all because I was 11 and I was in general terrified of things. But today, if it were me today and someone put me in that position and they were like, I see Gryffindor in you, and I would be like, no, you're going to put me in Hufflepuff because I want to be with the kind people. I want to be with the people who make me a better person. I don't want to be the people who are exactly like me, because we will just, I don't know, or put me with like Ravenclaw people, like, I don't know, like, I would want to choose. That's the whole thing about like the Sorting Hat, even though like Harry Potter says, oh, he doesn't want to be put in Slytherin, so they put him in Gryffindor. Yeah, that's great, whatever. But most 11-year-olds don't have that insight to who they are as a person and who they want to become as a person. I don't know. It just made me think the inherent need we people have to put people in boxes. I think part is nature, part is environment, the whole thing that we are drawn to people who seem just like us. But doing, for example, this whole thing of we as adults doing it, arranging, like the Harry Potter houses, doing it willingly, arranging it to confirm that bias even more, to think like people who think like you, who walk like you, who talk like you should be with those people. Don't get me wrong, there is nothing wrong with being with people who are just like you, but everyone around you can't be like you. You can't have people around you who never challenges your ideas, who never makes you grow as a person. I mean, if you put someone you think is bad, let's take Slytherin, who gets a very bad rep for being the sly people. Why would you put all those people together? Then you would just reinforce that slyness, that you are this person because you are put with these people. And so you should never try to be what the other people are. For example, you don't have to aim for kindness because you're put in this house because the kindness isn't in you, for example. I'm not saying the Slytherins aren't kind. It's just, I mean, this is just a fictional story. But the whole thing of putting people in boxes so early. I also remember like a story from when I was younger and I was practicing at a daycare, you call it, kindergarten, yeah. And we were, or summer work was it? Don't remember, it was many years ago. Anyways, and I remember this so clearly because it stuck with me to this day. We were at the library and the kids were rowdy and they seemed to single out this one particular child like he was the rowdiest. I didn't find him to be the rowdiest, but it was like these kindergarten teachers, daycare teachers, they had determined that he was the rowdy one. Maybe he was, but they talked more harshly to him than any of the other kids. So they had like put him in this box. And I remember when all the kids were supposed to select one book, and this kid changed his mind. And I told him, oh, that's okay, we can go and choose another book, even though we were running out of time. And we did that. And it was like he flipped. His personality changed because someone listened to him. Someone gave him like the attention that he needed. And he became like the sweetest boy ever just because of such a small thing. And I think about that a lot. Like he chose it's like he stopped being rowdy after that, that day at least, and it was like complete switch in personality. Someone listened to him. Someone like treated him like the other kids, and this whole thing about I still think about him to this day. That after that day when I wasn't with those kids anymore, did those teachers still treat him like that? Like he was the bad kid? Did he grow up to become that bad kid? I hope not. But sometimes we people, we tend to put others in boxes, and so we shape them more than they actually shape themselves. There's just this inherent need we people seem to have to put other people in boxes, and we don't realize it, and we usually bring it forth to, for example, let's say this little boy, when he grew up and he would get a second chance at like say a school when he started first grade, something like that. What if these teachers told those teachers that he is the rowdy one? Because that often happens at school. We know they switch classes, become older, new teachers. It's usually brought from mouth to mouth. So these people don't generally get a second chance. They're deemed rowdy, and then that's what they are. Like, people can't change. People, because we are very well aware that people can change. I've changed a lot since I was, for example, 11. I'm not the same person, because we change a lot. We grow as people, or some people might not grow in the right direction, but they grow. But, you know, to have something as important as your personality determined when you're so young, it reflects so much of you, and all of a sudden what you can't become and what you can become. I just think about it a lot. How people are usually not given the chances they need. They're just put in a box, and then it's really hard to break out of the box the older you get, because you've been so been pushed so much into that box that the walls become thicker and thicker, pretty much. Anyways, that went on a tangent that was like, but which Harry Potter house are you? Sorry. It's not important which Harry Potter house you are. It's more important the person you want to become. And again, I think we all have parts of our personality that we take from different, and it's up to us to shape us as well, to determine many ways, again, when you're set on a path to who you think you are. It can be hard to break away from that path, but we can all do it. We can all reshape who we are, but it's hard. The more shaped you have been by the people around you, the harder it is to break off, but ultimately the choice is always in our hands. But we sometimes forget that, I think. We also forget that we shape other people, and that we need to be careful not to judge people, because when we judge people, they also shape themselves after our judgment, which isn't good. Yeah, woo! Anyways, oh gosh, this was really a rant. I don't know. I had a lot of thoughts, I guess, and I wanted to share them, and what you all feel and think. Yeah. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. Bye.